Travis Victor Alexander was an American salesman who was born on July 28, 1977, in Riverside, California. He was a motivational speaker for a prepaid legal services company who provided a range of services ranging from divorce settlements to name changes. Travis was known for his charisma and charm and was a naturally talented public speaker. He also performed stand-up comedy under the alter ego Eddie Snell. On the evening of June 4th, 2008, Travis missed an important work conference call. This was very out of character for him and left his colleagues questioning his absence. The next day, on June 9th, after being unable to reach Travis, a concerned group of friends and colleagues went to his home to figure out where he was. After talking to his roommates, they mentioned they had not seen him for several days, but they believed that he must be out of town. It was common for Travis to be away for work, so they did not suspect anything was amiss. After finding a key to Travis's bedroom, the group entered and immediately found large pools of blood in the hallway. As they continued searching the room, one of the friends walked into the master bathroom to find a gruesome discovery. Travis's lifeless body lay at the bottom of the shower. Following the traumatizing discovery in Travis's Arizona home, his friends immediately called 911, where the dispatcher asked about Travis's mental state, questioning whether he had expressed suicidal thoughts or if anyone harbored enough anger to harm him. His friends would explicitly mention the name of Travis's girlfriend at the time, Jodi Arias. Jodi Ann Arias was born on July 9, 1980, in Salinas, California. She was an aspiring photographer and worked odd jobs until she got a sales position with PPL. The two met in September 2006 at a work conference in Las Vegas, Nevada, and began dating in February 2007. They dated intermittently for a year and a half, often in a long-distance relationship, taking turns traveling between Travis's home in Mesa, Arizona, and Jodi's in California. From the outside, their relationship seemed relatively normal, but behind closed doors it was unusually turbulent. Alexander's friends who knew Jodi and observed them together reportedly had a negative opinion of her, stating that her behavior was worrying. Further to this, Travis had confided to friends about her stalking behavior, unauthorized access to his Facebook account, and even the puncturing of his car's tires. On June 9, 2008, the day of the gruesome discovery, investigators would rush to the scene to find Travis's lifeless body in his home in Mesa, Arizona. He had sustained 27 stab wounds, a slit throat, and a single gunshot wound to the forehead. Despite the heinous crime that had transpired just days before, and while Travis's body sat in the shower of his Arizona home, Jodi managed to maintain a facade of normalcy as she engaged in business meetings related to the conference Travis was supposed to attend. After meeting up with some work colleagues, they would later share their observations of Jodi on that day, noting certain changes in her appearance. They remarked on the noticeable transformation of her once blonde hair to a dark brown shade. Additionally, they observed bandaged cuts on her hands, and when questioned, she would give contradicting answers about how she received them. On June 6th, Jodi Arias departed Salt Lake City in a white Ford Focus rental car, heading west towards California. During this time, she persistently called Alexander and left numerous voicemail messages. Additionally, she accessed his cell phone voicemail system, presumably to delete incriminating messages. Upon returning the vehicle to Budget Rental Cars on June 7th, it had accumulated approximately 2,800 miles. The rental company would later testify that the vehicle lacked floor mats and exhibited red stains on its front and rear seats. However, the presence of floor mats when Jodi initially rented the car could not be verified, and the red stains remained unanalyzed as the vehicle had been cleaned before law enforcement could examine it. During the search of Travis's residence, the police discovered a spent .25 caliber cartridge near the sink in the bathroom, along with a recently purchased digital camera severely damaged in the downstairs washing machine. Despite the damage, authorities successfully retrieved deleted images portraying the two in sexually suggestive poses, captured around 1:40 p.m. on June 4th. The last photograph of Travis while still alive, taken at 5:29 p.m. that day, depicted him in the shower. Subsequent photos revealed an individual, believed to be Travis, in a state of profuse bleeding on the bathroom floor. Along the bedroom hallway, a bloody palm print was identified, containing DNA from both Jodi and Travis. This incriminating evidence from the police investigation led to Arias's arrest, and she faced murder charges in connection with the death of Travis Alexander. Jodi was arrested in California and was taken down to the police station for questioning. Here she would spend several hours in the interrogation room denying her involvement in the murder. Getting nowhere, police would put her into the station's jail before she eventually requested another interview with investigators. This time, she would tell a story about two masked intruders breaking into Travis's home, killing him and threatening her not to tell anyone before leaving the scene. Investigators had a hard time believing this new story, and Jodi was charged with first-degree murder and extradited back to Arizona, where she would stand trial. During the trial, the prosecution argued that Arias killed Travis in a jealous rage after he broke up with her and began seeing other women. The defense, on the other hand, argued that Arias suffered from battered woman syndrome and killed Travis in self-defense after he had attacked her when she dropped his camera, forcing her to fight for her life. The jury ultimately rejected the self-defense argument and found Jodi guilty of first-degree murder. During sentencing, the jury was deadlocked on the death penalty, and Jodi was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. The case received widespread media attention in the United States, and the trial was broadcast live on television. Travis Alexander's funeral was held on June 21st in Riverside, California, where there would be controversy around the family's decision to have an open casket. Because of the condition of Travis's body after his death, this decision would haunt friends and family who attended. Jodi's defense team even argued in court that the emotional impact of the open casket made it difficult for her to receive a fair trial. Jodi Arias, now 44 years old, is 15 years into her life sentence. She is currently at the Perryville State Women's Prison in Goodyear, Arizona, and works in the prison library. Despite numerous appeals, she will never be released.